George Boston Rhymes, kvci.blogspot.com. This is tape 11, video 11, concerning my wrongful termination of Walmart Stores Incorporated. And I want you to know the truth, the absolute truth, and no names have been changed to protect Walmart. As you can see, that's 2615, store 2615. You can see it's in the United States of America. And of course, my name is there also. Now, as I told you earlier, this is what Walmart said to me on this particular verbal coaching. On January 23rd, 2008, George Rhymes left his department for the day in a very unacceptable manner. The following was observed. L carts left unattended with merchandise on the sales floor. Buggies left with merchandise and fixtures. Zone defense was very, very poor. Backroom bin was left with shopping carts and L carts of merchandise. And they went on to say this behavior causes low morale due to his associate following his work habits. Poor customer service due to department not being shoppable because of excessive buggies and L carts on the sales floor. And they go on to talk about, I am expected to call out for zone checks. Everybody working at Walmart stores knows that when you call out for a zone check, they don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. And you sit and you wait. And then if you put in overtime, they'll tell you you get a letter of coaching because you worked overtime. And so the story goes. There was no win. As I told Assistant Manager, Store Manager Frank Summerlin many times. And so I want to leave this with you concerning this crazy, crazy coaching. That everybody knows that the departments always have buggies on the floor. Everybody know that night shift came in and plugged, and there was absolutely nothing we could do about it. I went to to co-manager Andy many times and explained to him what was going on. He even went out and took pictures and did nothing along the lines of valid follow-up. L carts left unattended with merchandise on the sales floor, so what else is new? When we do price changes, they'll say there are buggies all over down the aisles, and nobody says nothing, and it be that way for a week or more. Nothing is said about it. And when you try to do it, or try to keep the department clean, they make fun of you. Zone defense was very, very poor. How can we zone when Walmart would not employ enough people to get the job done? Then they moved people from my department, which was sporting goods, to go over and work in hardware because there's nobody in hardware. They called people all over the store. That's one thing, I guess if they had a union, they couldn't move people. They work you any damn where they want you, anytime they want to, for as long as they want to, and then as department manager, you get blamed for it. That's a fact, y'all. And anybody that work at Walmart knows that. Look, backroom bin was left with shopping carts and L carts of merchandise. Where in the hell can we put the merchandise? If we can't put it in the bin, and if we don't have nowhere to store it, where else can we put it? I was on my associates like hell to get them to do what they needed to do, but there was nothing we could do. And then when it's time to go home, you got to get off the clock. And so what happens? They work because we don't have enough people. They push it in the back to get it off of the sales floor. You can't have it on the sales floor. You can't plug. They tell you can't put it on the risers. Where in the heck can you put it at? And so we leave it in the buggies. Yes, so we did that. We didn't have no choice but to do it. We didn't have the rent to go buy another bin in the back. And if we put it in the bank, if we bought one, you all would write us up for that. There is no win at Walmart Stores Incorporated, and this is why Walmart needs a union. Needs a union. Then they tell me I need to call for zone. You're telling me what I need to do. They don't need to tell me what I need to do. I did what I needed to do. They just didn't support me. And this is nothing new. Everybody that works there knows this. All this is nothing but a farce to justify what Walmart wanted to do in the first place. It's just that simple. February the 6th, y'all. You see how fast these things rolling in now? I've worked there all these years. All of a sudden, in fact, within 53 days, they took all the legal necessary actions to get rid of me. Check this. Now, this is Tamisha Williams. She was the one, and Sister Lynn Roberts. Both of these people are fully aware that I was not trained in the first place. But I did a pretty dang good job because I went and begged the white lady over in toys. I asked the brother in hardware. I asked the shoe manager. I called other stores to ask to get information on what to do because nobody would train me. And I asked over and over and over again. And so don't you all know that for 3 years I've been asking for Walmart Stores Incorporated just to explain to me who was assigned my trainer, what date was I in a training, show me where I signed off on one piece of document covering a 4-week period where the sporting goods department manager supposed to have been trained and document, which was a requirement by Walmart's own directive, and they did nothing. Scott Lee nor Mike Duke said anything, and they still, after 3 years, 30 letters, and now almost 11 videos, and they ain't gonna stop. Walmart should stop expecting people to come spend money with them, and they keep treating people like this. Now, everything that y'all hear me saying, believe me, I am of at least average intelligence, and I know what I'm saying is correct, and so I don't worry about what they say about coming after me based on the basics of truth, because I documented it all. I got it. It doesn't need me going on with this, y'all. I might as well terminate this because there is nothing that I can say to Walmart nor to you that I haven't already presented to Walmart Stores Incorporated. So let me just go back and kind of close this out. I got all of my records. They have all of my rebuttals. And I made sure that they was wrote down on paper for a day, such as March 20th, 2008. Now, after I was terminated, oh, no, I can't quit yet. No. No, I got to come with this D-Day. Oh, look at here. Look here, I got a D-Day, y'all. This was for working off the clock. Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna have much time for this. Yeah, they gave me a coaching for working off of the clock. Lynn, assistant manager, to me who didn't know what the hell was going on, but she walked around like a chicken with her head cut off, and y'all excuse me for being so blunt, but there come a time when you got to tell the truth because Jesus said, "Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set and make you free." She didn't have no spunk, as far as I'm concerned, in terms of standing up to what was right and along the line. And Tamisha Williams, I think it is, whatever her name. Yeah, they the one, let's see. I know Tamisha, she have gotten rid of so many people. Steve that worked in hardware, I feel sorry for what happened to him. But anyway, let me get back on point here. Lord, I could go on for hours for this, but let me get back on track. I received this coach for working off the clock. Yeah, see there? Let me show you. See, working off the clock. What happened is that Lynn, Sister Manager Lynn, gave me something to do, and I was gonna be off about 2 or 3 days. And they gave me a suspense date, so they already know. Hal knows it. Store manager, Sister Manager Frank Summerlin knows it. Trina knew it. Everybody knew that. The people in the department didn't do what you say. In fact, very few people at Walmart care anything about protocol and supervising leadership skills. And so I knew that I was in a no-win situation. And so what I did, all I did was typed up, because I knew I was going to be off for 3 days, and I was under a closed suspense, and I was going to be off for those 3 days. And when I came back one day to do everything that they asked me to do, I wouldn't have time to ensure that these things was done. So what did I do? While off, I typed up a letter, or it wasn't really a letter, just some procedures with 141 words, said to my associate, please get these things done because it's very important and we already in a no-win situation. And while I was out in Walmart shopping, I took a piece of tape and I taped it to the counter. That's right, I taped it to the counter. And for 141 words, they got me for working off the clock. They call it misconduct. Well, I have gone in the mornings just to go to work, and I see a customer need a card or something, and I help her with the card. Everybody knows that. That was working off the clock. You know, it's just so, I mean, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Oh, there it is. Let me show you this thing here. There it is right there. This is what I said. See that? 142 words with names of associates assigned to each assigned task. That's what I did. That's what I did. I typed and gave I just told them to do this, do this, do this. But what did they do? They gave me a D-Day. Yep, that's right. In the process of getting rid of Brother Rhymes, it didn't matter to me, to tell you the truth. I knew how wicked and corrupt and unfair the system was at Walmart Stores Incorporated. And I'm now finding out from what is being posted on the internet that it's not just at store 2615. This is corporate-wide. Now, so I went to EEOC. EEOC told me, this is my first rebuttal. This is my first letter to Walmart Stores Incorporated. This is my first rebuttal to the local store, 2615, about my working off the clock. Yeah, that's right. This is the letter. See there? I addressed everything. In fact, this is just 2 pages. I'm sorry. And these are this way I addressed everything that they, see, this was to them. All this I typed in response to the working off the clock. And it's all valid and it's all on the internet. All you have to do is go to Walmart Store 2615.blogspot.com. I'm not going to take up time to read it here because anybody can see it. And they have it in their own records. Then, on March the 20th, this is what they gave me. This was what they call my green slip, I guess. Or I guess they had really done something. Separation notice. There it is right there. I started working January 4, 2005.